and welcome back to the Messy Bookshelf. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to be doing my Booktubeathon Wrap Up. I normally don't post videos on Mondays, but I didn't post one on Friday because of a multitude of excuses, so you're getting it today. And it's better today because now I'm going to do my wrap up, and you'll still get a video tomorrow because I'm going to film it right after this. So Booktubeathon started off really well, but it also started off with a lot of graphic novels. And graphic novels are really easy to get through. They're very quick. You can read them in a sitting or two, depending on how you're reading it. So I'm just going to talk about the books that I read during this week. The first book that I read, I started right at 12 o'clock when Booktubeathon started, and that was Saga Volume 6 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, and I absolutely loved this. Saga is one of my favorite graphic novel series, and the first three were amazing. 4 and 5 were so-so, but this one was back to that level that 1, 2, and 3 were on. This took me about 45 minutes to read, and was just an amazing thrill ride and a great start to the Booktubeathon. The next day, or later that day, I picked up I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. And I was reading this at work during my breaks, and I finished it exactly during my breaks, which was great. It was such a good graphic novel. It wasn't as good as I was hoping. I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I gave Saga 5 out of 5 stars, if you were wondering. But I still really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited for the next volume because the ending is what sold me. The next book that I finished, I did not put this on my TBR, and that's because it is actually a book for school. I have a bunch of assignments and exams coming up, and I really needed to get some reading done for school, and I ended up starting and finishing this in one day, so I decided to include this in my video, and it is The Rover by Ben. This is a play that I had to read for my rating and gender class. It was okay. I only gave it 3 stars, I believe, but it doesn't have more than that on Goodreads, I don't think. Like, the average rating is about 3. It didn't take me very long to read because it is in play form, and it is older than me, so it goes with that challenge. So I've inserted it, but it still works. The next book that I finished is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. This is one of the only 2 of the novels that I managed to finish this week. I had a very busy week, which I was expecting, and didn't get to 2 of the novels that I had put in my TBR, but I did get to this one, and I'm really pleased with it. It wasn't as good as her other novels, but it was still really good, and it was just like being back with a best friend. I am going to be talking about Rainbow Rowell in a video on its own, so expect that soon. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The last graphic novel that I read this week is Lumberjanes by Stevenson, Ellis, Waters, and Allen, and this was really fun. It wasn't exactly as exciting as I was expecting it to be, but I still really enjoyed it. The artwork was really cool, and the characters were really enjoyable. I am looking forward to continuing on with this series, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The final book that I read this week, I started Saturday and finished last night, and it is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. I have watched this movie multiple times, and I read The Magician's Nephew last year, and I decided this was the perfect time to continue on with the series, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed this. It's short and sweet, and I probably could have finished this in one sitting if I had taken the time to do so. I started watching the film while I was reading this. I stopped to cook supper, so I turned on the film while I was cooking, and then I finished this, and then I finished the film, so I got that challenge complete. And I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. So I'm just going to go over the books again and talk about which challenges they worked for. So we have reading a book after sunset only, which I did because it's dark after midnight. This one is to read a book that you bought because of Booktube. I definitely got this one because of Booktube. I saw it online, and this one also counts for yellow on the cover, which is there, so it counts for a couple of things. This one, as I mentioned before, counts as a book that you read that is older than you. This one counts as a book that you read by your favorite author. Rainbow Rowell is my all-time favorite author, so this works. And this one could also be done because of Booktube, as I mentioned before. I think this is the one that was originally for why I bought it because of Booktube, because of Adriana at Perpetual Pages, but it also counts as the yellow on the cover, so both my graphic novels count for both of those. And so these are all the books that I read this week. I read 6 out of 7 books, so I completed pretty much all of the challenges except for read 7 books, which I'm pretty proud of. I felt like I wasn't doing a great job with the challenges and getting a lot read this week, but by including the play for school, I definitely surpassed my expectations for this week. So that is it for today. Let me know down in the comments if you participated in Booktubeathon. What books did you read? Did you succeed your expectations like I did? Or if you've read any of these books that I've mentioned, let me know down your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on them down below. I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye!